First this lunchtime, two councils have had to fork out more than £93 million to settle a legal dispute with the developers of a failed project, which should have seen waste converted into electricity. The Sinfin plant in Derby was a joint venture between Derby City and Derbyshire County Councils in the face of local opposition. It's a saga which has dragged on for many years, as our political editor Tony Rowe reports.
For 15 years, the waste plant has been hanging over people who live here and didn't want it.
So people had fly issues, odour issues, noise issues, traffic issues. There's a whole list of issues that the people face locally. You know, when you're building a facility like this in the middle of a community, people are going to get blighted.
It was meant to heat treat rubbish to generate electricity to power 14,000 homes. But successive political administrations at county and city level have had to grapple with its failure.
The choice of technology and the choice of site was flawed right from the beginning.
Now, after months of negotiations, the two councils have had to settle a legal dispute with the administrators of the developer behind the failed project. An eye-watering £93.5 million, half of what was being demanded.
Had to be done. We had to move on from the litigation process. It was the responsible thing to do. But having said that, it's been very painful and very uncomfortable having to make this settlement at all.
The fear locally now is that because so much money's been spent on the project, that the councils will push on with it.
But I need agreement from colleagues at the county to look at this holistically and draw a line on this whole sorry saga.
So what happens next? Well, the Labour leader of Derby City Council has made it plain today he wants this shut as soon as possible, but it's jointly owned by the Conservative-controlled County Council. They'll have to talk, thrash it out and decide on what happens here next and when. Tony Rowe, BBC Midlands Today in Derby.